Yo, you don't get a lot of chances to meet special people in your life. But I'm just glad that I got the chance to meet these guys right here. Yo, Drill.
He's my homie. Never let you down or leave you lonely. He's got my back when other friends are phony. When you're down, don't hesitate to call my homie. He's my homie. Never let you down or leave you lonely. He's got my back when other friends are phony. When you're down, don't hesitate to call my homie. When other friends are phony and they never ever seem to have time, you can call my homie, 'cause he's always around, with or without money. Unconditional, he'll love you still. He keeps it real all the time. When it comes to him, no one fits the bill. He's my homie. Never let you down or leave you lonely. He's got my back when other friends are phony. Got my when back. You're down, don't hesitate to call my homie. Let me say it one more time. He's my homie. Never let you down or leave you lonely. Never let you down or leave you lonely. When you're down, don't hesitate to call my homie.
who lives in a pineapple under the sea, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he, absorbent and yellow and porous is he. Oh, nautical nonsense be something you wish. Nautical nonsense be something you wish. Oh, then hop on a deck and flop like a fish. Then hop on a deck and flop like a fish. Sing SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Sing it again. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Are you ready, kid? Are you ready, kid? Captain. Are you ready, kid? Captain. Yeah. Who lives in the pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, absorbent and yellow and porous is he. SpongeBob SquarePants. If nautical nonsense be something you wish. Oh, then hop on a deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. It's the best day ever. Best day ever. It's the best day ever. Best day ever. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. Best day ever. Say I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Say I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, ooh, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Before I get to heaven, the best day ever. I'm gonna take a special trip, the best day ever, to Bikini Bottom, the best day ever, to visit SpongeBob and them, the best day ever. Take me to the water, the best day ever. I got my special goggles, the best day ever. I got my swimming trunk, the best day ever. I'm all gonna wish me luck. Stepped in the water, the water was cold, chilled my body, but not my soul. Look at my hands, and they look new. Look at my feet, and they did. Yeah. It's gonna be the best day ever. Yeah. The best day ever. The best day ever. The best day ever. Oh.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
on, say.
Just like Jesus, when he turned the water into wine. I just want y'all to have a good time.
Hey, play. Pastor Russ, good to see you. Lady Shamika, good to see you.
Wait a minute. Look at him go.
Wait. Bring it back.
All right. Y'all know I had to go back to my old New Praise roots, my Danny Eason roots. Folks ain't ready for that. So, shout out to everybody that's here. My co-host, my beautiful co-host is in the building. My beautiful co-host, Nene, is in the building. Oh my God, Nene is in the building.
One time today.
Praise the Lord for being on time.
Fire.
But look, and we're going to do something real quick. I'm going to say this. Monday nights, I chose to keep it Monday night because y'all going through so much hell. Monday, y'all going through so much hell. Monday through Sunday. Nope, let's do it this way. You're going through so much hell Monday through Saturday. Sunday, y'all go to church. And then Monday morning, y'all go to work and y'all be down. So I just want to lift y'all back up again. So I'm going to do this real quick. This is going to be the format that we're going to do. Today, I'm going to do both. But next week, me and Nate going to switch off. And we just going to decide which one is which. You know, y'all will never know who going to do what. But next week, we already going to be done talked about it and all that. You know, I can't just spring nothing on her like that because she'd be like, we didn't discuss that. So, hey, I'm going to do it this way real quick. I'm going to say a prayer because we have a lot of people that's been sick and ill and shut in. And I even hit some pastors up. I'm going to see if they're going to come through. If not, that's fine. But I'm going to say this. I'm only supporting people that support me. And this season, I'm giving back what's given to me. So if you don't support me in my endeavors, I'm not supporting you. And that's how I do it. I'm only supporting people that support me. So I'm going to do this. Father God, in the name of Jesus right now, I ask you, can you let this meeting, this gathering place be a good place? Lord, we talk about things that the church do not find liable or worthy or even take time to talk about. So we talk about it here. Lord, I ask you, can you keep everything in decency and order? Whenever somebody feel like they want to argue, chastise that arguing spirit and let us have a good dialogue. Lord, I ask you, can you touch the people that's in the sick and the shut-in right now, that's going through COVID, but that's going through colds, but that's going through the flu, but that have the aches, the chills, the pains and everything. Lord, I ask you, can you touch their body and give them more than a 24-hour. Lord, give them an expedient recovery. Lord, I ask you, can you touch the families of the people that's connected to the folks that's connected to me? Lord, I ask you, can you continue to let them to continue to prosper because they tapped into a source that has tapped into a source that prospers, which is you. Lord, I ask you, can you just keep the co-host because y'all know that Nay and myself, and we go through tremendous attacks. Let the devil know that he can't win through the attacks, and we're going to continue to get up and dance and shine all in the devil's face, and it ain't a daggone thing he can do about it. Lord, I ask you to keep us in safe, keep our families safe, keep our viewers in safe. Lord, keep everybody safe. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, cool. So tonight's topic is the new modern day church is whack. Let's talk about it, right? And the new modern day church is whack. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about it. So the scripture that I found comes from Romans 14:23. Romans 14:23, and it says, "And he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin." I'm going to read it again.
And he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is of sin. So is it cool to say that all of us has sinned in our lives because we doubted something and didn't have the faith one way or another? Is that safe to say, Nay?
I would say because if you really look at it, I mean, it's there in black and white. If people were honest with themselves, I would say
that part. Because
if they were honest with themselves, yeah.
Because people are not honest with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I know is that even in church, playing drums and singing and dancing and destroying people's pulpits and their pews and stuff, I still sin because a lot of stuff I didn't believe. Because I lacked the faith of it. So I'm going to show a clip because we're going to jump right into it because we ain't going to be before you long tonight. I'm not going to wait for the late Baptist people or the late apostolic people to come. You know how they go. They on black people time. If they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. That's how I put it. For the people that come to disrupt, stand by the side, devil, because you ain't nothing but the devil. And I don't say this lightly. Devil be damned. You will not win over here today. I'm gonna share this clip because everybody's talking about my brother, somebody I know and have known for years. I'm gonna share my brother Ty. No, I don't want that. I don't want to be on that. There we go. I'm gonna share my brother Ty tribute. And hold on. And there's some things that he talked about that I definitely wanted us to talk about because it's needed in the modern day time. Go like this.
Ultimately, the Spirit of God is the only one that could really, deliver us and rescue us from that, man. Mm-hmm. And I had that, but I was there and I couldn't believe I was there. I love my life. I love my wife. I thought I was good. But then when tragedy hits you and you just can't take it and you just feel like you have no other option, it was really the embarrassment. Mm-hmm. It was really the pride of everybody know who I am. It really wasn't, life was so hard. It was how I saw myself and how I thought I was to people. So when you just drop who you are, like, when you just kill who you think you are, man, just be nothing. The Bible says, he who seeks to save his life will lose it. But if you lose your life, you'll gain it. Mm-hmm. So I lost the celebrity side of me. I lost the gospel artist. Forget being a father, forget being a husband, forget all of these things I think I am. I'm just tired right now. Yeah. And then that's when salvation began to come.
Because you really are bigger than your image, and it was all in the image that you were living in.
Yeah, but that's not social media today. You are your image today.
Yeah, but
the world,
I hate that.
But you understand what I'm saying? You are who you post today. So
but that's why it's also a lot of suicide and a lot of depression, a lot more than we see it. Right.
Well, how challenging is it to be real on social media? You understand what I'm saying? I know some people who will never be behind the camera without their lashes on, or who will never get on there without certain things. So how challenging is it to be your authentic self on social media? I don't think, or onto the world. I don't think people are ready to bear that nakedness. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to take somebody who's unashamed to be like, hey, this is me, and love me or leave me, and just run the risk of that. But I don't think people are ready for that.
I did that early. I got a little, it's a little ponytail. No lashes.
Word.
It's still going around.
That's why you trying to get it off.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it off now, but I'm like, that's when I first started, and it was out there. They put it on T-shirts and everything. Like, Jess,
did we buy one? I think I bought one.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. I sold out, but I was like, you know what? This is me.
I want one.
You want one now?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But that's what I loved about you, Jess. That's what I love. We
Me
were like,
too.
you understand what I'm saying? She real.
Damn, Jeff don't give a
Right. But would you do it though? You admire that, but would you do it? Would you do it?
If I had the ponytail, hell yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
He wants a ponytail.
He wants a ponytail.
Any type of hair. He wants any type of hair. There is a picture of Charlamagne with hair and look kind of like it starts back here, but you never posted that
Back in the
picture.
day.
I gotta see that.
I think you and your whole situation is just a testament to the glory of God. You and your wife are together now, right?
Yeah, she's right here, right behind me, man. What up,
Shantae.
Tay? I'm Shantae in the building.
Shantae.
Now you good, girl.
And she survived the car. Y'all been through a lot.
Yes.
Yo, a whole lot. It seemed like a series of that. So now we're trying to like restore those things and trying to do it in the context of marriage. I married her at 18. I was 21. So I believe God is the creator of all of us. If you don't turn to God, man, you'll get a Band-Aid, you'll get medicated, but the real healing is in Jesus Christ.
I believe in God and therapy.
Me too. Me too.
And plant-based medicine, and healing, and meditation,
Okay,
and
I'm with
Reiki.
you.
And all.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
You missed that era, the past
I
era?
don't remember the past there.
You don't? Man, it
Right.
was building them huge churches. Everybody was. I think the pastor phenomenon came from. Oh man,
Getting money
Say it,
in the
say it.
church. It's a bunch of different things. You can speak to it more, but I think getting money in the church and how you look and how you're praised is, and you forget that he's supposed to be praised, but how they
Period.
praise you and all that
Period.
type of stuff. So yeah, I see a lot of Instagram pages out there, but you know it is what it
you
is.
killed it. You killed that whole thing. I think a lot of pastors were not called the pastor. They just study. You go to school, and then you just become a pastor. Like you become a manager at Publix or something
Yeah.
like that. And that's unfortunate for a lot of people who invest their money, time, attention, and their soul into people who they believe are literally called from God. I don't believe a lot of pastors are. I think it's a system now. Oh God, it's a system. Everything is a system, and systems work with or without God. So I think the institution of church is whack. I think how church is ran is whack. I think the religious system and structure is whack. I don't subscribe to it, even though I grew up in it. I benefited from it, but I learned that God is not the church. And once I realized, whoa. Believe are literally called from God. I don't believe a lot of pastors are. I think it's a system now. Oh God, it's a system. Everything is a system, and systems work with or without God. So I think the institution of church is whack. I think how church is ran is whack. I think the religious system and structure is whack. I don't subscribe to it, even though I grew up in it. I benefited from it. But I learned that God is not the church. And once I realized, whoa, God ain't church. That for me, you know what I mean? I ain't from the streets, I'm from the church. So that was a huge thing as well.
It's in the Bible, though. It says you can't even find God in a man-made temple.
Why don't we read that, though? How often do you hear that sermon? No, you hear pastors make the people about the church. We got the church name, we church and the bumper sticker, the church. The church should be about the people. The church should be about the people, but the church makes the people about the church. So all churches now are a movement, but they're not about the people. They're not about serving and loving the people. So I just kind of pulled that. We online right now. We're not even in a building, a physical building or nothing like that. So Live Church, shout out to Live Church. I love y'all so much. Live Church Orlando. How often do you hear that sermon? No, you hear people. Everything is a system, and systems work with or without God. So I think the institution of church is whack. I think how church is ran is whack. I think the religious system and structure is whack.
All right. So that statement have a lot of church folks in an uproar. I guess Nay had to step away, but that statement have a lot of church folks in an uproar. And what I don't understand is why does what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, YouTube tripping again. YouTube tripping again. That's what they do. Hold on. YouTube tripping. Hold on. Yeah. Everything's gonna be all right. I be telling y'all, man, YouTube be tripping. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you how we do this. All right. But they know I don't play no games. They know I don't play no games. Hold on, YouTube tripping. So pretty much I want to have an open dialogue, you know what I mean? As my brother Shank Rock say, I want to talk about this demonstration. You feel me? I really want to talk about this demonstration. And the demonstration that I'm talking about is simply right here. If church is a movement, if church structure only structures the manifestation of what goes on of the upper hierarchy, if the church is nothing but a gambling spot, as people would put it, as I heard somebody say, then let me ask you this. What would be the point of going to church? So that means that the Bible is contradictory, because in one part of the Bible, it says you must go to church to mingle amongst your brethren to get strength and to share knowledge. But then you have the new day, the modern day folks that will sit back and say, well, we just here to have a good time. And I don't need to come to church because I can watch it on TV. So if the Bible is telling you one thing and you get in a contradiction of something else, you watching it on TV, what is that going to do to help you? When the Bible says you must come to fellowship with one another to gain knowledge and to gain strength, right? And the first thing when you talk about church, and the first thing that people talk about is tithes. So I'm going to propose some questions. What is tithes? Judah said it's speaking about people, not actually a building. Oh, okay. Shank said, good question. And he also said, I do believe once upon a time church was our everything. That part. So Judah, let me ask you this. You said the Bible is talking about people. So how can the Bible be talking about people when it says you must come to the storehouse and gather around amongst your brethren to gain knowledge and strength? So it can't be talking about people when a dead giveaway is storehouse. My question is, when did the church, I can't say it like that. Yes, I can. When did the church become corrupt to the point where it is now in a state that is in now? And I'm not picking on no prospective group because all of us have sinned and come short. So my whole gripe is the same-sex marriage. I'm gonna start there. The same-sex marriage. I'm gonna start there. The excessive drinking. I'm gonna carry on there. Homosexuality. I'm gonna go there. Hollerism. That's not a word, but I just made it a word. Hollerism, which means the birth of harlots. Right? When did it become so safe to carry on like that in the church? Because I'm going to go here. If the church wouldn't have dropped the mantle or dropped the ball, half of the stuff that we see out here now, it wouldn't be going on. But because it got approval from the church first, that's what goes on. That's what goes on out in the world now. Now I'm looking at some of y'all comments. Shank said politicians. That's a good one. That's a great one. When they mix church and state together, I believe that did it all. He also said they started buying out pastors. Wow, that's deep. Yes. When they allow Margaret Sanger to step in to control the black church. I don't know who Margaret Sanger is, but I think that's the lady that took the prayer out of schools, right? Judah, if I'm not mistaken. Martin Luther King should have been stopped her. Okay. Let's see. A safe sister helper. Hey, gospel glam in the building. A safe haven for African Americans. A place to worship God together. And a place where we are motivated to rebuild our communities. I'm going to come back to that because I got a question for that. Shout out to your husband. He was working hard today when I seen him. He was working hard for his money. Exactly, Dana. Yeah. When leaders realize that they can make money from them. Ooh, that's a good one too. She sits on every corner with the drink in her hand, cup for abominations. Judy, you lost me. So back to Gospel Glam. And look, and if you want to come up and be a part, I got the link at the top of the chat box. Come be a part of the demonstration and we can talk. That's the only way that we gain knowledge over here is when we are uplifting one another. I don't need a lot of people over here for this. And I know on Mondays, people run from the church. I never understood that. You'll run from a church service, but you'll run to a heathen fight. You'll run from a place where you can get prayed for, but you'll run to a place where you can get killed. Says Gospel Glam said a safe haven for African Americans, a place to worship God together, and a place where we are motivated to rebuild our communities. So let me ask this question: Is that the answer for what the church was really for? If you believe that, say yes. Is that what the church was for? Hold on. I got Brother Shankrock coming in. All right. What up, Brother Shank?
Salute, Dana.
What's going on?
Not much. Salute to the Dream Team.
Thank you for joining, brother. What do you think? about this topic?
It's definitely a great topic. And it's a topic, you know me, it's a demonstration that needs to be held.
Right.
As I stated in the chat, you know, it started. Let me first backtrack. Like I was saying, to the church, to the black community was our everything.
Right.
I mean, the church fed us, the church educated us. However, when integration came about, you know, they seen a way to play us. They seen a way to run a play on us.
Speak on it, brother. Speak on.
And that play was to get our leaders in bed with them. And at that time, the most influential, I hope I said that right, but the most important of our leaders was our pastors.
Okay.
So if we can get them in bed with us, if we could give them a part of the American dream, if we could put some cash in their pockets, we can start. And this is one thing that we got to understand about how they move. When they put their plays in motion, they're putting their plays in motion for 30, sometimes 100 years later.
Wow.
You know, like with us, we want the microwave demonstration.
Right.
We want it quick, fast, in a hurry. But with them, they put it in play and they'll sit back and they'll watch it.
Okay.
So when they politicians came in, what did they do? And to this day, they're still running the same play on our people that they've been running since, I can't remember the year, but since the 40s or the 50s or the 60s.
Wow. Wow. So let me ask you this. So you think if the so do you think if the church ain't never lose its focus, its zeal, or you think that what a lot of people is going through now, or should I say what a lot of communities is going through now, but they wouldn't go through no more?
No, we wouldn't be having it. We wouldn't be having it if the church stood up. Because the church is the most am I saying
Influential.
yeah, the church has always been that in our community. Even when brothers and sisters become Muslims or Jehovah Witnesses, or even the atheists, they all resort back to teachings and lessons that we got from the church.
Right.
It all started in the church.
Right, because I find but I listen to Louis Farrakhan a lot. And I find that he even references the Bible as well as the Quran. So and I just be like, wow. And then he even talks about how both of them are the same, but they different.
Now, me spending the many years in the Nation of Islam that I spent in it, the minister Farrakhan will tell you when the nation fell, when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad passed away, and the nation fell, the minister Farrakhan will tell you that it was the black churches, it was some of the black pastors that opened up their churches for him to have his demonstrations, his meetings. Wow. They looked past that he was practicing Islam. But it was some pastors in black churches that opened up their churches for him to have his meetings. And that's why he always acknowledged the church. At one time.
I ain't know that.
Yes, sir. At one time, the church was our everything. And until the church, really take a stand. Really take a stand. I just don't see it. I don't see us progressing.
Yeah, because Jack, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought the church was gonna really zap out over that little Nas X last video,
and they didn't.
But everybody got quiet, and I'm like, hold on. You see this dude? He portrayed to be on the other side of the rainbow, but he's portraying to be Jesus, and he's pretty much saying Jesus was a woman.
Yeah.
And then he had a Queen James Bible. I'm just like, dog, like this is just too much. And I'm expecting to see the real leaders. I'm expecting to see Jamal Bryant. I'm
Yeah.
expecting to see Walter Scott Thomas. I'm expecting to see all of them come out and be like, oh no, we ain't doing it. But it wasn't the church that said anything. It was I guess you could say what they call the secular folks.
Right.
They came out and said, nah, man, we ain't standing for that.
And
So
and that's when the church, I have to take the church in accountability. That's when the church is supposed to step up. Now, if a white cop kill a black person, the church leaders and they're going to be a part of the protest.
right.
But why can't the church step in? Because if you following Jesus, these are the things that Jesus fought against.
Right. Oh, you see what Midas just put on the screen? But he said NOI, BHI, Shriners, Moors, Rastafarianism, and many Protestant churches are based in witchcraft, the sixth and seventh books of Moses.
Here's my thing with that. You
Ooh.
know, I look at them all as organizations.
Right.
I look at them all as brotherhoods and sisterhoods. You take the good with the bad. That's just how I look at it. Like let's say something you may have done 10 years ago, something that you may have done 2 months ago. Would that stop me from gaining the knowledge that you have to give me?
No.
Would that stop me from taking the information that you're giving to me? And that's what happened with us. We're and I don't want to go political. Now I'm gonna stay away from the political, but that's what happens with
Nah,
us.
go there.
Like let's say for instance Donald Trump, for instance.
Let's go.
He gets anything good that he does. I mean, anything good that he does.
They always knock it down.
They knock it down because it gets overshadowed for a comment that he may have made or for something that he have done. So we got to get out of that, because that was one of the things that the Jews and those leaders during those times, they attacked Jesus' character. Yes or no?
Facts.
Aren't you the carpenter's son? You know,
the son of the man, and
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They attacked the Jesus character.
Wow. So let me ask you this: do you believe? Because I believe it, but I'm gonna say, do you believe that if Jesus, well, not Jesus, but if the church, which is us, the people, if the church would take a stand and really take a stand and band together, and no matter what race, creed, color you think you are, do you think that that would change the landscape of what goes on in this so-called a corporation of a country that we're in right now?
Yes, I think that the majority of the people, and it wouldn't take a long time, Dana, for things to turn around if the church stand up. Because once again, even even an atheist had some kind of connection to the church. So when the church stands up, it's going to force everyone else to stand by the church. How many pastors do we know? Let's take for instance.
Too many.
Let's take for instance our day ones, Claiborne and
Brian.
Brown.
Right.
Just take for instance them two. Okay, let's say for instance Claiborne was to hold a protest today or tomorrow. You already know, man, you coming.
I'm definitely there.
You already know, man, you coming. And along with Claiborne's other day ones, that's
Right.
not in the church.
That street guy.
Street guy, they coming.
Right.
You know, it's nothing. But in my opinion, that's what the people are waiting for. We're waiting for that call. The Warriors, believe it or not, the Warriors has always been ready. We have
So
always been ready. The Street Cats, they've always been ready. But they're not getting the call
right.
to demonstrate.
And I'm gonna answer Jeff short. He said, "Why were you expecting Jamal Bryant and to speak up? People spoke about it, but not the big names you would expect." Well, the reason being is because he speaks about everything else that concerns what he say is a damaging thing to our color, our culture. That was one of the major things that he should have spoke about, and because it did more than just damage our culture, it talked about the church and a place that he speaks from, which is the temple. But he have a multitude, so why not speak about it? And that's the thing. I think, and here's my thing, I could be far out there, I could be wrong. I think when you have in these mega churches, I think these pastors need to be voted in and voted out. And the reason why I say that is because if you got to vote a pastor in, right? But I mean, you're voting him in to handle a business, to do what you want, or I guess to do what you feel as though they should do. So when they stop doing that, it have to be a system of voting them out. Wouldn't you say so, Shank?
Yes, sir. I agree.
Because I'm looking at it like, if you do what you gotta do to get in there, a pastor and a church is like a relationship, and whatever you do to get that church, you got to do 12 times or 10 times more to keep that church going, and you got to be innovative. One thing I can say is, and I can go live about this. I had a problem with my boys. I had a problem with Brian Martin, and I had a problem with Claiborne Burston. And it wasn't the type of problem where it was like, oh no, I can't mess with them. No, it was a problem that I didn't understand, because when they changed the names of their churches, I didn't understand why. Because I looked at it like, even though I moved away, but I was still part of those ministries. And once you changed your name, I was always told that once a name changed, but that means that everything changes. So that means I'm not even part of that ministry no more. Now that you changed the name, right or wrong.
I agree.
So it's like, if that's the case, right? I didn't understand why they would change the name. Just keep building until one day me and Clay had a conversation. And Clay told me, like, man, look, God took me to a whole nother realm. And staying at Manhattan Missionary, it wouldn't have been able to allow him to reach where God was taking him. And I totally understood that. And I told Clay, but I said, yo, I apologize, yo, because I had an attitude with you. And he was like, huh? I was like, yeah, yo, because I ain't understand. And I was telling him, and he was like, wow, I never thought about that. So it's like, I'm looking at it like, yo, like, how many people have went to churches and the names got changed and the pastors ain't never even call and check up on them people? This is what I'm talking about. Like church, I agree with Ty Tribbett. Church is whack. The structure of it now is whack. The way it's being done is whack. I believe church need to be church, and we need an old school revival. Man, let's go out on the street. Let's put tents up. Let's put a band up. Man, yo, we don't got to stay inside of a building all the time.
But let me come to the church's defense, Dana.
Okay.
Because I can't just only get on the church. But in the church's defense, it happens to a lot of us. When that money comes into play, me and you both know, money will change friends and the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
money will turn a husband against his wife.
Yep.
It's just the trick that the enemy uses. Money.
Right.
Now, back to the church. I'm with you as far as another thing. Let me come to the pastor's defense. And I'm sure you could relate, because I could relate. We
Right.
both been
I'm coming into this too.
we both been content creators, right?
Right.
Some of our moderators might be offended by some of the moves that we make. Some of our subscribers might feel as though we not paying them any attention. They might feel as though we pay more attention to this person than we do to them. So it's hard when you in that leadership role,
Okay.
because because let's be honest, Dana, you get blamed for everything. Like whatever happens over here on your platform,
I get blamed for everything.
you get blamed for you, whether you had anything to do with it.
But I get blamed for the whole sector. Dana did it.
You get blamed for everything, and you might have been lending advice to people. Look, don't do this. Look, don't do that. You might have been trying to keep people from the storm. They went head first into the storm, but now Dana gets the blame.
Right. That's facts.
So, but I'm with you as far as the churches. The churches is whack right now. I'm with you on that, and the churches really need to get back to the community.
That's what I think. That's what I think. And that's one thing that I always talked about. But I always said that, I think the church should be more active in a community instead of just in the buildings. And I'm gonna keep it real. I done had some musician friends get mad at me because I'm like, dude, you come to church and play, and you barely want to come to rehearsal. So let's go out and do community service in the street for the church. Let's go pass out some flyers. Let's go. Listen, one thing I will always say: the Muslims and them Jehovah Witnesses and them Latter-day Saints for the Mormons. Yo, those three folks or those three organizations, they all got something going for them. They organize. It's us as the church that'll go to church, and as long as the beat rocking, we there. But then when it comes to the point of true worship, true exalting, true letting out, and we stand around looking. Oh, if my homeboy do it, then I just mimic whatever he do. But then we are the first people to criticize what happens in the church. So I get it. And in defense of the church, it's like, damn if you do and damn if you don't. But it don't make it no easier when we have leaders just like you said, that makes it easy to criticize the church.
Right.
And do things that makes it easy to criticize. Shank, like I say, if we content creators, I know we don't do everything right.
No.
And sometimes we purposely do wrong stuff just to see the response. So if I know we do it, I wonder, what do pastors do?
Good question. Good point. And see, like, my perspective or my opinion on Jamal Bryant, for instance, like, you're one of the top, you're a very popular pastor.
Right.
So you're under the microscope. So when it comes to how you move, take in consideration you're under the microscope. Like if me and you done something, we under a very, very small microscope.
Right.
Compared to a Jamal Bryant. His microscope
magnified.
Is you know the clapback. You know the media on you.
Right.
Just move accordingly. That's all. Do you, but move accordingly.
And see, here's my thing. I'm not afraid to let it be known. Jamal Bryant is my dog. Been my boy for over 25 years. So it's like I feel as though I have that right that when that Negro make me mad, I can say it. I can come out and say it. Just like when I make anybody that I'm cool with, you, Shank Clay, Brian, Leroy Diet, Antoine Spence. Yo, if I do something that makes somebody mad, I expect y'all to say something about it. Because I have that friendship with y'all for years. So it's like, even if we're not in the same state, I expect y'all to say something. Me and Jamal Bryant don't agree on a lot of things. And see, and that was one of the things that somebody asked me, like, yo, how can Jamal be your boy and y'all don't agree on stuff? Because he's not a yes man and I'm not a yes man.
Right.
He's going to speak his mind. He loves Joe Biden. I hate Joe Biden. I love Donald Trump. He hates Donald Trump. I rock for R. Kelly. He got persuaded to not to rock for R. Kelly. So it's like certain things that happen. I just wish that this is my ultimate wish. I just wish every city, instead of having evening services every Sunday for that same building fund, I wish every city would have this thing called Rebuild the Generation. And that's why I say, like, yo, me and my goal, because my thing is, I look at it like there won't be a good mayor for Baltimore until I get back. Because nobody think the way I think. So I'm looking at it like, if every city, all the pastors, all the congressmen, all the leaders can get in one room and televise it and go live and talk about the different ways that they can upbuild for the infrastructure of that city, do you know how powerful that will be?
Very powerful, Dana. Very powerful.
And but in saying people talk about, oh no, I'm talking about generational wealth. Well, in order for you to have generational wealth, it got to start somewhere. And in order to be a good leader, a great leader, and you got to be a good follower.
Say it again, Dana. Got to
But-
be a good follower.
Right, but in order to be a great leader, and you got to be a good follower. Yo, I sat under pastors that I looked up to for years that prepared me for times like this where I can get behind the mic and I can cuss you out, I can laugh with you, I can jam off of music, and I can break it down in politics, and I can come talk church, and I can come and bring you realism. All in the same life, just on different days. And that's where I think things need to get back to. Things need to get back to families doing everything that we need to do. Because I'm going to be honest. If the cities and the leaders really were serious about rebuilding cities and rebuilding generational wealth, we can do away with food stamps.
Yeah.
Or we can do away with child support.
And not to cut you off, in my opinion, I think those are the two that definitely need to be abolished. I think welfare and I think child support needs to go out the window.
Speak on it.
You know, welfare, we know what welfare was all about.
Yep.
Now, at one time, welfare was for the whole family. That includes the man, that includes the husband. But here come another way that they figured to play us against each other. Okay, in order for the family, in order for the woman to receive the welfare, that man can't be there no longer.
And what do that do? It tears the infrastructure down.
It tears the infrastructure down.
So that means if the female is dependent of the man being there, it does what? It tears the infrastructure down. It depletes the house, but it also does the one thing that God didn't want to happen.
Speak on it.
it shows the woman
Mm.
you don't need the man and you can be just as powerful as the man. But wait, it's a flip side to that. It shows the man that you can be feminine and submissive to the woman because you ain't gonna get out there and do what the woman's gonna do.
Mm.
So it just seemed like the roles are reversing. So how can we put a reverse on top of the reverse?
And somebody somewhere knows what you just broke down. And
Yeah.
somebody somewhere put that play in motion because it's all about the infrastructure of that family.
Yep.
You throw welfare out the window, you throw child support out the window, that forces that woman and that man. That forces that man and that woman to look at each other different now.
But I got one better for you, Shank. But they say it take a village to raise a family, right? Or to raise a child, right?
Teach.
So watch this. If it takes a village to raise a child, why are we dependent on child support? Because when a man do wrong, the other men in the village, oh no, dude, you gotta take care of your own.
Teach.
When a woman do wrong, I believe over in Mogadishu, when a woman want to act out and step out, the women from the village come and take her away for 7 days.
Teach.
And then bring her back and hold court.
Teach.
And the man can't see her. Matter of fact, the man that she with can't even come to court. He got to give statements. And an elder from the tribe got to step in for him and give his statement.
Teach.
Now, if the statement is wrong, he comes and get brought to court. And then if he's found that he's lying, he get castrated. That's the highest crime. He get castrated, or if not the highest crime, if he get caught with like a low demeanor crime, he go to jail.
Teach, Dana. And
for lying on a family.
And our community used to stand 10 toes down on the morals, the value. And that's all I was speaking when I was talking about Trump with the Make America Great Again. It goes over a lot of people's head because automatically they thinking it's a race thing. But he's saying make America great again. Shank, America was never great. Yes, it was. Compared to these times, you best believe it was times when America was great. I'm talking about the time when the family had structure.
Yep. Primarily during the barter system time.
Teach.
And because during that time, and the father ran a home, and the mother made sure, and the father set the rules and worked, and the mother ran the home, and then if they worked together, nothing was done and without the other. So the father couldn't just say, oh no, y'all gotta go to bed. No, babe, this was going on. This is time. This Junior acting up, sis acting up. Well, can we come together and put something together in place for everybody?
Teach, because the mother would be the one that set the rules. The mother would tell the children what time they got to go to bed, what time they can eat. The mother would hand down the chores. The mother would run the house. But it was the father that would lay the law. When any of them kids got out of line, me and you both know that's when pops come in.
Right. So is it safe to say that dad wrote the law, mom enforced the law, and if it had to go to another enforcer, dad reinforced the law?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if that's the case, right, I'm going to show you how they put the reverse on that. If that's the case, why is it now saying, and I used to say it for 4 years until I recently was asked this question and I had to think about it. Now, why they saying the mom makes the rules and the dad just enforces them?
Teach. You already know.
They're taking us, they're removing us from Plymouth Rock.
Yes, sir.
And putting us on a low totem pole.
Yes, sir.
And if you see what's going on, they trying to stop reproduction.
Yes, sir.
So why is it that a 7-year-old can decide if you want to sex change or not? But a 7-year-old can't go vote.
Mm, mm,
A 7-year-old can't go drink. A 7-year-old can't decide if they want to have sex or not.
mm.
But they can decide if they want to have their sex changed.
Where's the church in all of this, Dana? Where's the followers of Jesus? Where's the followers of Muhammad? Because I gotta throw everybody in it, but
Yeah.
our conversation, where is the church?
Where's the followers of the Latter-day Saints of the Mormons?
There you go.
Let's
Where
keep.
is God's people? Where is God's people at in this?
That's the big question. And it takes me back to Marvin Gaye
Mm.
and that song, What's Going On?
Yes, sir.
I got to listen to songs differently now.
Yes,
Because
sir.
mama, tell me what's going on. At first, I used to jam because it had a nice little beat. But when you listen to it, it's like, damn. Marvin breaking down what's going on and what's coming, and we just jamming to it.
Yeah. Not knowing what's coming. You hit that on the nose, Dana.
Facts.
We jamming. He's telling us what's coming, and we not even knowing. We ain't paying
Not picking
attention.
up. And the thing about it is he's giving us a kite, as we call it. Anybody that been in jail know what I'm talking about. When you get a secret message through something. Music had meaning because it was words. And because the words meant something. Now, if you listen to music, you can't understand a daggone thing they talking about.
You can't. You be like, man, I don't want to hear that. Turn it off. You
I'm
know?
gonna ask you this question: who would you listen to, Eric B and Rakim, or see, it's bad when you got to say all them times.
That's sad.
Who would you rather listen to? You know what? I'm gonna do it this way. Who would you rather listen to, Run DMC or the Hot Boys? Because if you really listen to The Block is Hot, a lot of people get mad at me because they Lil Wayne fans, right? But Stunner said, I'm a number one stunner. What did Lil Wayne say to that? What?
Right.
So Stunner is breaking it down, saying it, I'm a number one stunner. And then Lil Wayne is saying, what? I don't understand.
Right. I got you. I'ma definitely listen to Run DMC.
Yeah.
Because as much ish that Run talked, Run still dropped knowledge. Now Run, I think I ain't gonna say he was the first, but Run was the old school Jay-Z and Biggie and all them. He talked cold ish, but
definitely not. I gotta disagree with you on that one.
You don't think Run talk ish?
Run talk ish, but to put him on that Mount Rushmore, no. I gotta say the original Biggie and Pop from that era was KRS-One and Special Ed.
See, KRS-One was the teacher. He started out with the criminal minded, but then he moved more to teaching. I mean, and KRS-One, he was a Marvin Gaye in his time.
Yeah.
Was we listening to KRS-One? Was we paying attention to KRS-One?
No, when he sat back and talked about the black cop,
Remember?
I said, yo.
Banging beat though, Dana. Banging beat.
Right, but he was telling us to be aware of the black cop.
Yes, sir.
For the white cop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Black cop. But like you said, we was focusing on the white cop. But he telling you who to pay attention to. Make America great again. We focusing on Donald Trump. We focusing on the character. We focusing on the man. We focusing on Donald Trump. He's telling you, don't make me great. Make America great again. That was deep, Dana.
Hey, Midas, I'm gonna have to disagree with you right there. Because if KRS-One is going to attack anybody, they had to attack him first. And that's the first thing that that's one of the traits and where I got that I will never attack you first from. Is KRS-One. So I got to disagree with you with that. And it's like, let's be real. Are the Satanists or the Satanists folks, where did that come from? Because it ain't come from Turtle Island. Satanism, what wasn't practiced over on this side. Satanism came from Europe. Just like Satanism is tied to bestiality.
This is true.
Just like I didn't know until 3 days ago, and I'm on Twitter, and I found out that the LGBTQ flag is the flag of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Wake us up, Dana. I ain't know that either. Wake us up.
Oh, so now it makes sense. If the LGBTQ flag is the flag of Sodom and Gomorrah, if you flip that flag colors upside down, that's the flag of what? Child molestation, pedophilia. That's why they always said another letter is coming with it. And pedophilia always can mirror LGBTQ, which is not right. And I'd be the first to say that. See, this is the problem. Listen to what you said, Midas. You said Dolores Tucker said she wanted to clean up hip hop. KRS-One, Tupac, and others came at Dolores Tucker in a big way. Then when Africa Bambaataa was exposed, KRS-One covered for him. Watch this. I'm glad you said that. And now I'm about to expose the hypocrite in all of us, including me. You know, KRS-One reads the Bible a lot, right? In the Bible, it says when your brother or sister is overtaken in fault, you should cover them and pray for them daily. But we don't do that. We talk about them and we try to expose them, especially if we don't like them.
This is true. This is true, Dana. Teach.
So make this make sense. I just said I'm exposed to hypocrite in all of us because I even do it.
This is true.
If I don't like you, I'm gonna expose the hell out you. When in actuality, I'm supposed to cover you and pray for you.
Listen.
If I don't like you, I can just cover you, pray for you, and leave you alone.
Listen to him.
Or I can cover you from a distance. I can pray for you from a distance, and I can never say nothing to you.
Stay right there, Dana. Stay right there.
So it's like what you're saying as far as the Dolores Tucker. I gotta ask you this question: who is Dolores Tucker? Who sent her? Is she the mouthpiece to try to clean up what people call art? It makes sense.
I like how you looking at it, Dana. I like how you looking at it.
And then the thing about it, Africa Bambaataa, yeah, he did get exposed. But I'm gonna be real with you. I think his sentence wasn't harsh enough. Listen, when you taking kids out of the community just to have sex with them, and you the same sex, and you don't find nothing wrong with that, and you walk around with a voodoo stick, yo, you got a problem. That's a demon. That's why I say, yo, a lot of stuff that I look at from different variables, it is what it is. You said, yep, it represents the covenant with God to not destroy the world. No. Midas, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because if you look at it, the LGBTQ flag is not a rainbow. That's the confusion of it. A rainbow has 7 colors. That flag has 6. That's an incomplete rainbow. But they call it a rainbow because nobody want to challenge them. That's why when the brothers say, yo, that flag ain't allowed around here, and they say, oh no, it's the covenant of God. It's not the covenant of God. Because the covenant of God have 7 colors in it, which represents, like you said, it represents the symbolism that God will not destroy the world by water. He didn't say he wouldn't destroy the world. He said he wouldn't do it by water. It's going to be fire next time. I get it, bro. I get it. Listen, I get her documentary. I get it. But you got to ask this question. All right, watch this. You said, watch her documentary sometime. This is why nobody wants to hear this rap nowadays and why there are no restrictions. We have Sexy Red and Lord Kim due to them shutting down Dolores Tucker. No. That's not facts. I'm going to be honest with you. And you have Sexy Red now and you have an ignorant culture. And you have kids being grandmas that find that sugar honey iced tea attractive. And when Lord Kim came out, trust and believe, it was mothers that said, you're not bringing that in my house. That's why you've seen a lot of the guys that came to high schools for to get the little high school girls bump it in their car. And matter of fact, I'm going to tell you the car. On the west side, but they had Acuras in Baltimore. On the east side, but they had Legends. And that's all you'll hear. I'm going out tonight. Eat my right. But I'm going to keep it real. A lot of people fell in love with Lord Kim and before they heard the album because they fell in love with the poster.
Yep.
And if you really look at the hardcore poster, back in that time, we ain't never seen nothing like that.
Never. Yep.
A female with a fat demonstration going on in between her legs that's covered up and you still can see. That's when they start talking about a camel toe. You ain't never seen nothing like that. So what happens? Yo, we curious. I want to know what that is. I want to know what that is. I want to know what that feel like. Then a trend came where you had to get the female with the big booty, but it had the nice camel toe. Why? Because the trend was set. We are visual people as men. Women are more they're not so much visual, they're more emotional. And I don't understand that because some of them try to be harder than men. You know what? Hit that link, bro. Come on up here, Midas. Stop typing. Come on up here. You ain't going on Clubhouse tonight. And then when we look at the hardcore poster closely, we realize he's rocking. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Because Lord Kim is, Kimberly Jones is all woman, bro. Yo, you be killing me with that, man.
Yeah, I see all kitty cat when I look at it. Dang.
Yeah, but that's all woman, bro.
Maybe I need to go back and look again because the thousand times I looked at it, I saw all kitty cat.
Man, but that's all you're gonna see. But I see Midas, that's my bro from over Instagram. And seeing Midas got linked up with this guy, but I think every female is a male. And Midas I be trying to help Midas, but yeah. Hey, Carla. Hey, Carla. I wish you can get on here, Carla. I'm just saying. So back to the situation. I really say, Shank, if the church would take a stand and we wouldn't have as many problems in the community that we're having now.
I agree.
Who was this? Who was this? R. Kelly's Avenger. Who was this? Hold on. Who was this? Say something. Say something. All right, cool. Cool. What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling, brother. Can't complain. I think it's a great conversation, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let me see. This.
Man, take that man face off that man. Stop, yo. Stop, yo. Don't do that, man. Stop, yo.
I want to know your face.
Stop, man. Don't do that. But I got my brother Shank Rock up here.
Wait, let me take that off.
Yeah, please take it off.
Yeah.
But I got my brother Shank Rock. Nah, definitely take that off, bro.
Oh, I got it. Man, I ain't got no. Let me take it off everything.
Oh, you might as well put Kel's back up there, bro.
I bet.
But I got my brother Shank Rock up here, Midas, and we talking about, and you know what we talking about. We talking about different things in the church and everything, you know. I don't know what happened to my co-host. I think she got a call, and then she got off. But I pray that everything is going well with her. I will be checking back up on her after this is over with. But Midas, do you agree that if the church, since we are the church, if the church take a stand, we can change the community and we can change this world?
Facts. But I think it's more like the church got to have the fighters out. You know, when I go online, right on YouTube, I find a lot of fighters. People are actually like defending Christ and understand the Bible and get into the origin of Christ and everything and the story of Christ and where it all comes from in the original set and the Council of Nicaea. And, you know, these are deep things that we're not told in school. I never knew that Christianity was the only heterosexual religion. Nobody ever told me that. You know, I just grew up in it.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Absolutely. Which other one is heterosexual?
None of them.
Right, none of them are heterosexual. Only Christianity is heterosexual.
None of them. And I'm going to tell you why. And because each and every last religion have their own fall-away pieces. So you can't say that. And because if you have a fall-away piece, and a fall-away piece is simply the word I put in there to replace a rebellion. And every religion have a rebellion piece. So somebody is going to practice something.
Right, but inside the text itself.
I done seen,
you know what I mean?
I done seen gay Muslims. I done seen gay Christians. I done seen gay Buddhists. I done seen gay Confucius. So it's everywhere. It's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, but it's a text though. You see, within the text of Islam, they have homosexual verses. In the text of Hinduism, homosexual verses. More so, transgenderism verses. And there's suicide verses as well with Hinduism. It's very strange. They got this thing called Pravalaya or something like that where you can starve yourself to death. You know, Judaism is gone. Homosexuality, pedophilia, everything, they gone. You know?
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You don't think the Bible have homosexual verses in it?
Only one that condemns homosexuality. So to me, right, that shows within itself that kind of is made by a creator who wants you to thrive.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this. If that's the case, right? And I'm gonna yield it back to Shank. I'm gonna get Shank's opinion on it. Matter of fact, if that's the case, then how is the Bible so contradictory?
I haven't seen the Bible contradict. I've come across so many Muslims, bro, and they always try to find these contradictions. I think the main contradiction they gave me was Luke, Acts, and the story of Judas, right? Now they say, oh, did Judas fall over and hang, or did he fall out with his entrails open? I'm like, both, because the same person who wrote Luke wrote Acts. And then Luke corresponds to Matthew, and because they're actually Gnostic Christians, they got to go by the Gospel of Thomas. Or sorry, not Thomas, Nicodemus, where the chicken came to life and all that. Like, and the same story happened. So I find there's no real contradictions.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this, Midas. You said there's no contradictions in the Bible, right?
Right.
Okay. in one part of the Bible, it says, love thou neighbor like you love yourself, right?
Right.
But then in the other part of the Bible, it says, love what I love and I hate what I hate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if your neighbor don't believe in or like what Christ like, you're supposed to hate him. But then in another part of the Bible, it says, thou shalt not hate.
Oh, but
So
you
that's
don't
not-
hate them. That's the thing. You don't hate them. You just hate what they do. It's like, yeah,
Listen,
go ahead.
but it don't state that. We as the people, I'm gonna keep it real. We as the noun time instituted, we hate the sin. But if you check back old time, those folks hated it, period, because they took it for what the Bible say. Love what I love, hate what I hate. And trust me, those older deacons ain't care. If you did something that they thought God wouldn't like, they hated you.
And they should. They should. But not. I don't think they would hate the person, because if that was the case, we wouldn't have exorcisms.
Listen, I'm a victim of it, bro.
How so?
I got thrown out of church.
Me too.
Right, but I got thrown out of churches because people was like, that's not of God. God don't believe in shouting. God don't believe in playing shouting music. God don't believe in dancing that way. I got thrown out of churches, bro.
But that,
Hold up, Midas. Go ahead, Shay. Speak
go
on
ahead,
Shay.
Shay.
I'm just tripping off of y'all.
Trust me, man. It get like y'all over there. It get like y'all over there. I mean, yo, and we have some conversations over here. And Lord, when the women get involved, that's when it really get explosive.
And see, for me, this is a comfort zone for me. I can come over here and relax because I'm not the content creator. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I'm over there on my platform, I got to be the law, I got to be this, the counselor, I got to be all of the above. So that's why when I come over here, notice I be just chilling in the chat.
Right.
I be relaxing and I be liking it. I be like, I got a safe haven. Where y'all was at, Midas and Dana? Where y'all was at?
Now we were just talking about like the pretty much about the different about the contradictories throughout all of the religions.
Yeah. And I used to always say that also growing up, how people would always say the Bible contradicts itself. And like I say, for me, you take the good, the bad, and you take the ugly.
Yep.
Now, some people will say, well, God say love everybody because God is love and God loves everybody. But I'm sure we all know that he loved Jacob but hated Esau.
Talk about it, bro. Talk about it, bro.
So I'm gonna let you and Midas build off of that. I mean, is that a contradiction, or is that scripture that can, depending on who it is that's speaking on it? Because in my opinion, I need to know if God is love, and if God say love everybody, why did he love Jacob but hated Esau? He didn't say he hated the works that Esau done. He hated Esau.
Wow. See, I ain't well versed to speak on that because I don't know too much about that. So I'm gonna wave the red flag, but I'm gonna let Midas speak on it. Because
Midas. Come on, Midas.
Yeah, fam. I was actually looking into that. Did God really love Jacob? Because if you understand what Jacob did, right? It was the sin.
Midas.
Yeah.
Come back. God loved Jacob, but he hated Esau. Stay right there.
But in that case, wouldn't he have hated Esau because Esau was so naive that he allowed Jacob to steal his the gift that he was supposed to be given from the father? Remember? Yo, Shane, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm letting you get it out.
Yeah, so it just seems to me like God probably hated Esau because of his naivety. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
But
then
what I'm saying is, regardless of what the reason was for, he hated him. Regardless of what the evil or regardless of what the reason was, he hated him. Now, there are many different definitions out here on hate.
Right.
Now, according to Webster, hate is to dislike something.
Wow. Okay.
So now we look at this wordplay. If we go back to Malcolm, when the brother and Malcolm sat down, the brother had Malcolm do what? Go to the dictionary. And he had him start from the beginning to the end. Look up the words, Malcolm. Now, when Malcolm looked up white, Malcolm read the definition of white. Malcolm was shocked because according to white means purity, free of sin, and a whole lot of other good things. But Malcolm couldn't recall not one white person that he came in contact with that fit that description. So then the brother said, now look up black. So when we look at these words, are we going by what we see it for, or are we going by what somebody else say the word means?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Now, if we've been programmed, if we've been conditioned to look at hate as a bad word, then that's how we're going to take it until we go and we look it up and be like, so you mean to tell me I can hate some? Yeah, you can hate somebody because according to Webster, it means to dislike. Now I'm going to come to you, Dana, because I know you heavy with the law. Unless you know that law, you ain't got no chance in hell up against the keepers of the law.
Right.
Yes or no, Dana?
Facts. Facts.
And the judge says what? Your ignorance to the law is no excuse.
No excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse.
Ignorance is no excuse. So our ignorance to the Bible is no excuse.
And truth to be told, that's facts too, Shank. And truth to be told, people think the word ignorant is a bad word. No, it means you do not know.
Thank you.
So that's all that means, that you don't know. So pretty much what they're saying, just because you don't know the law, that's not an excuse. Just like prime example. How many people got Alexa in their house? I just found this out today. I said, oh my God. Listen, Alexa, I don't know if it's a glitch in the system, but Alexa is telling you everything you need to know. Alexa is now telling people the facts about you. Now, I was labeled a conspiracy theorist on here, right? But I guarantee you, if you ask Alexa about a driver's license, watch what it say. It's going to clearly tell you that you don't need a driver's license to travel. So hold on. Why are we being brainwashed and misled to get a driver's license, a commercial driver's license to drive, and to travel in our private vehicle? And you got to make this, hold on. I'm going to see something. Okay, Google, do we need a driver's license?
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Yo, from what I see though, Dana, man, you see that 11th Law Dictionary? You got to get that. Because they changed all of that stuff. You got it? Yeah, they changed all that stuff in the 11th, man.
But see, here's the thing. They can change it in the 11th, but they can't change it before. So that means 1 through 10 is what we have to reference. And then when they come with 11, and their provision is this is the new. But our defense is 1 through 10 stand on constitutional privileges. Nothing comes higher than that. So while they bring in provisions, you come with Constitution, And then when they turn around and ask you, oh, well, aren't you so and so? No, I'm not. I'm the representative for that. Oh, how sway? How can you prove that? Well, this is who y'all think I am. This is who that name represents. And I claim that name. So therefore, I am not that name. So
I just see too many people getting arrested off of that, bro. Like right now, they change all of that, and they're saying the 11th that abrogates all the 1 to 10. So if you're not dealing with the 11th, it don't work.
Watch this, and if they arrest you, bill them. And for every minute of your time that you are falsely detained, that's $1 million. And then if they don't try to uphold it in superior court, then guess what? You go up the chain of command. District court is going to acknowledge the Constitution. That's why the courts are in place. And if you go all the way up and they still don't do it, there's 2 more courts. One of the 2 courts you can't go to because you ain't military. But the international court, you can definitely go there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you because I got the app on my phone. Hold on. I'm going to tell you right now. What is it? Oh, you got an Android or you got an iPhone, Midas?
Android. Yeah.
Go to the App Store, right? And type in all caps CIJ-ICJ. And it look like this. Let me see right there in the corner. It look like that. If you hit that, it's gonna come out like this.
CIJ-IDJ, right?
Yep. CIJ-ICJ is the core International Court of Justice. This is higher. This is the highest court in the land. This supersedes every court. And whatever you want to know is in there. And to be honest, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you have 11, 12, 13, 14. And you got 50 judges there, right? And you got the president of Lebanon, the judge of Slovakia, the judge of France, the judge of Somalia, the judge of China, the judge of India, the judge of Japan, the vice president of Uganda, the judge of Germany, the judge of Australia, the judge of Brazil. You got the judge of Mexico. And check this out. Ask yourself this question. Why is United States written like this?
Right.
See it?
Yeah, lowercase.
It's written in proper persona. Man, it's a lot even to now that I'm learning about courts, bro. Like I will never go back and go do a court through pro se again. Because even through pro se, they still gain off of you. But if you go through sue jury, it's going to freak them out. Because then once you put sue jury, now they know, okay, I can't have regular court no more.
But you see the difference for you though, Dana, right? You actually know the law. When I see these Moors and what they're doing, I'm realizing they all started like from CIA agents. that infiltrated the Moorish movement and then started pushing this out to people. So they're selling these fake IDs, fake jurisdictions, stuff like that. So when we talk about this stuff, I'm very wary about talking about this stuff. Okay, at the end of it, I always know there's some kind of CIA agent that's doing something similar, and it's not going to be on the same level that you're doing.
Here's the thing. One thing you got to always remember, bro, is everything you do is done in numbers. If your correspondence don't match, if you feel as though that you need your correspondence and to match, you go to the biggest police station in the United States, which is what, Midas?
U.S. Post Office?
There you go. And the post office is the biggest police station in the United States because without the postmaster general, nothing else matters. So you go get you a register stamp. That way, you know everything is in sequential order, and you put that stamp on everything that you do. But see, they're not going to teach you that in school. Why? Because they want you to think, oh, just get mail. Listen, bro. When you start operating the post office the way it's supposed to be ran as an office, then you good. Prime example, the original White House is what?
I'm not sure about that one, man. I saw a White House under the White House. I ain't sure.
The original White House is Mar-a-Lago.
Y'all thought Mar-a-Lago was built in the 80s by a woman who was like a millionaire, and she needed it for a retreat for the presidents.
No, it was retouched up in 1982. But Mar-a-Lago been there forever. Mar-a-Lago has been retouched and built on as the years went on. The original first revolutionary state is Texas. That's why Texas have its own government. The question that I'm trying to have, or the question that I'm trying to ask, which relates back to the churches, is what was the point of colonizing every state if every state is not going to go by the rules of the original state? Which goes back to church. Why should churches fellowship if everybody is not going to follow the rules of the covenant? Do it make sense?
Well, it was supposed to be one nation under God, right? I think it happened with George Washington in 1776. He even called the Jews to come back into America. Okay, they were banned from America before that, right? So the concept was to allow everybody to have their own faith and get them ready, I guess, for this culling. Either the sons of Christ are going to win, or the sons of Amalek are going to win, or the other non-Christians are going to win. I feel like it's all been kind of pressed up to this time. You see what I'm saying?
When were we banned from America?
Oh, Jews, not us. Jews.
And I'm asking you because we are the original Jews.
Man, I don't want that name nowhere around me, bro. these Jews, these capitalist Jews are sick.
Listen.
They lost their minds.
Listen, they stole who we were. Oh no, they stole who we are. And the problem is because we continue to be ignorant about who we are, they continue to rock our franchise. But if you really want to be honest, a Jew now is what? Of a Caucasian descent, right? There's no way a Caucasian can stand in sun and without melanin. You'll die. So if that's the case, when they gave the description of Jesus, bronze feet, brown kinky hair, head full of wool. So hold on. Bronze feet, brown kinky hair, but a head full of wool. So what do that look like? I would take it that the top was white and the roots was brown. That's the only way you can look at that, right?
That's an interesting thing because it could be a tan guy too. It could be Donald Trump. Because I try to avoid looking at it through a racial construct. I find that's where they cancel it, counsel and Nicaea.
And that's where they get you at. And because they want you to believe it's racist. That's the whole thing. If they can program you to believe that it's something that is not, you will always be ignorant to what it really is. Just like with the Bible. If I put Barbasol Calsua in your face, you'll think it's Jesus. Because that's what they have you thinking. Not knowing that Barbasol Calsua was the biggest criminal in Europe.
You talking about Jesus of Barabbas or somebody different?
Nah, I'm talking about somebody
who's
different.
Who's Barbasol? All right. Who's Barbasol Calsua?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up on my community wall. And I'm gonna tag you in it. And I'm gonna send it to you. He's the picture that everybody calling Jesus. No, but he was the biggest crook in Europe.
Well, to me, the picture don't really matter. It's the character. See, when we go across all these other religions, right, you will see in Hinduism is the fraud of the gambler. Their God is the fraud of the gambler. Allah in Islam is actually trying to be Jesus, but can't be Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Muhammad, every reference to Muhammad in the Quran refers to Jesus. Inside Judaism, the first word in the beginning refers to Jesus Christ, Bereshit. It's called the prophecy of Bereshit. So these things can't really be refuted at this point in time. Like, what I'm seeing is not color, I'm seeing character. But what I'm seeing is that the new Jews, wherever they are, they stole our identity. I do not want that identity. People that have to wash themselves with urine and spit, that say they can have sex with a child up to 3 years, and 1 day, and the hymen would regrow. I don't want no parts of that crap. None of it.
But see, here's what you're missing. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. Because I don't want no parts of that neither. However, because they made it, or should I say they made that name and labeled it with such a demonic force, we, the people, will shun away from it. Instead of reclaiming what's ours and rebranding it back to what it really is. That's the problem that we have in the church. That's the problem that we have in the street. That's the problem that we have in the school. And you have a lot of scared people trying to be hard. And when it comes time for rebranding, they don't want to rebrand. Why? Because they believe if I rebrand, I'm wrong. But didn't Jesus tell you, be not transformed, but by the renewing of your mind? So if you got to renew your mind every day, what do that mean? You got to rebrand. You got to transform.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. I was talking to rabbinical Jew the other day. He has no power. You know, when I talk to these other people as a Christian, man, they quake, they cry, they have to run, clutch the pearls, and call their mother to help them out. As when you go into the room as a Christian, bro, the amount of power you have is unfathomable, especially if you know your word and their word. I think the problem is during school, they removed Bible from school and took away the book to give us a book. And these A books have made all people angry and kind of like, I call it like demon possession. Mm-hmm. Because when you have this concept of slavery that never happened, when you have this concept of civil rights, which was ran by a bunch of sodomites, never really happened. When I was looking at Fannie Lou Hamer, even today, right? And I was looking at it, and I listened to her voice, and it was resonating with a deep bass. And I started looking at the shoulders. You know, I mean, you may say I'm caught up with a trans thing, but what is the ultimate evil? When we look at all these old movies, I put up the Reading Rainbow thing on my IG, and I tagged you in it. Because when you look at that video, you will see that LeVar Burton has been kind of grooming or kind of giving spotlight to a lot of little trans kids. And then they're advertising hotels. They're advertising the flower shop that you could talk to the guys and make sure you get the right hookup. They're advertising a restaurant you could talk to with a trainee that works there. This is the true evil that we live amongst, and we've never understood it. I think some churches understood it, but very few.
Watch this. Do you know why The Matrix was the most hated movie out there?
Because it's too real.
Not just that, but it broke down everything that you have watched since the day you was born. But I have Shank here, right? I was on Shank platform. A dude told me on Shank platform that he was created. And I told him, I got to bow out the conversation. And because if you was created, that means you are part of the corporation. Because only created folks are corporations. And it's a clear cut. A man or a woman cannot do no type of business with a corporation. In other words, when you look at the Matrix, who was Neo and them fighting? A lot of people say, oh, he was fighting Mr. Smith. What was Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith is a mainframe. No, he wasn't. Mr. Smith was the ideology. Because remember, once you take that pill, your body go to a transformation. And you got to download certain stuff. So that means you got to go into the Matrix, become like the Matrix, just to change the ideology of the Matrix. Let's fast forward in church. You go in broken. The church is supposed to mend you, heal you, because the church is supposed to be a hospital. It's supposed to feed you word. It's supposed to give you energy. You're supposed to get out there and be able to perform until the next time y'all meet. Well, you got to be part of the church. You got to become the church. You got to grow with the church. And then guess what? You got to go out and change the ideology of other folks, because the Bible said that Jesus said, do not argue about the word, just witness the word. And if you can get one, then you did good. That's what? Preaching ideology. So it all falls back to what? Fear. If you are fearful and if you are regretful of who you will always be ignorant to what they want you to be who you are. Go ahead, Shank. Shank.
Give me a minute, Dane. I'm gonna come back and give me a minute.
All right. So I'm just saying, Midas, what you think?
Yo, I'm thinking that because of the fact that we know what they're trying to shut down, right? We know how they're trying to shut down our power. What does it mean when they're filling our head with all this nonsense every day? You know, all these television shows, all these sports shows, all this crap that takes away from God. You know, the church used to be a place where like families would go. Everybody would make sure they dress nice because it's that day. You know what I'm saying? Not only is that day, is you give thanks to your creator. And we've been taken away from the creator so much, bro. When I look at how, let's say like a Sexy Red has replaced Jesus Christ inside the home, or the Father inside the home. Even DNA, you know, we could shut down DNA and child support just by saying DNA is fake. Simple things. But they have us under such strong delusion that we accept their crap as veritas. All this COVID thing. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm going to say this, not to cut you off, but explain to the people what you mean by when you say DNA is fake.
Yo, all right, no problem. When we look at DNA, right, if they have the roadmap to how a body is made and they have this and this makes you this, you get blonde eyes and blue eyes through this gene, they should be able to modify genes in vitro and show you that it works. Everything they tell you that they manipulated with DNA, either a liver is getting bigger, a lung is getting bigger, that proves evolution, things you can't see, nothing you can see. And then we take it down to the fact that if you send your DNA results to 5 different places, you get 5 different results. I was telling my boy about it just now, yo. And he was saying that a guy had taken an iguana, his iguana, and he gave it a DNA test, and they said it was Italian mixed with Asian. It's fake. This is how they make money in our society. These are how the riches run our society. Give us fake information, and they talk about it so much that it becomes real, like COVID. See, when they had COVID come around, flu disappeared. Oh, the mask could save your life. How's a stupid mask gonna save your life when people say if you wear it for more than 3 hours, it causes bacterial pneumonia? And I'm seeing people wearing this for a whole week, and nobody ain't telling them different. You see what I'm saying? Like they say they have the cure for you. They have the cure for Jesus Christ. You know, you don't need to be a slave to Jesus Christ. That made you a slave. That was the first slave ship, but they can't show you this shit. This is where we at right now. And the world's so full of delusion, we got to figure out what's real and what's fake.
Well,
and I think the church.
Well, I ask people that, and but I asked people that, but I said, Mike, is you there?
Yo, you can still hear me?
Okay, yeah. But I asked people that. But I asked people, can they show me the Nina, the Binta, or the Sainta Maria? And nobody can show me any of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do you one better, brother. The one they can show you, Clotilda, 4 pieces of wood inside a locked room in Washington, D.C. that only 4 black people have ever seen in reality. And the only reason we have the Clotilda is because of the story of Fountain Hughes, who was sold alongside, according to the bill of sale, Moses for $555. Fountain Hughes cost $575. And when he brought his story, he said he was 101 years old and his father died at 115. Nobody, he said, believed his story because they didn't believe that he didn't have shoes. Everybody had shoes back then. So he cost $575, but his master didn't buy him a $1 pair of shoes. We live in the world of fraud, bro. And when we listen carefully to these slave stories and you start picking them apart, you realize it's all BS.
Wow, I never really looked at it like that. I never really thought about that, you know? And
Yo, yeah, another one I'll give you that's mad easy. Harriet Tubman. How was she able to carry people from slavery if she was oversized, blind, and had 1 pistol?
see, now you yeah. I mean, I can't answer that bad, but
it's a joke to them, bro. It's a joke. They treat us like a joke, and we have to stop being the joke of the world.
I just, you know, I some things I just, you know, I don't touch. You know what I mean? So I just that's kind of touchy there. You know what I mean? It's kind of touchy.
But it's the number one tool of your enemy, right? Whenever I go in the rooms and I start talking about Christianity and stuff, they say, "Oh, why do you do that? That's the religion of slavery." So I ask them, "Where's the slave ship?" And they can't bring it. And then you bring the older pictures of slave ships, and they're not seaworthy. They're flat bottom. They were never going to sea.
But I got one better for you, man. I got one better for you. Is I'm not the one that's going to talk so much about slavery. And the reason why I say I don't want to be the one to talk so much about slavery is because at the end of the day, what is slavery?
Heterosexuality and love for the nuclear family. Why you think the first slave ship was called Jesus? Think about it. They consider all love for all women as slavery.
Something to think about. Something to think about. And I'm trying to find this little piece real quick because I definitely want to think about. I mean, like I said, it's something to think about. But hold on, I'm gonna find this little piece when a guy talking about the Bible. Hold on, let me go to my profile. Let me see what's in my profile. I got so much lined up that I'm gonna talk about as far as with this Trump stuff starting tomorrow. It's crazy.
Yo, this Trump case is looking wild, man. I was saying that Rick James is a teacher James. Like when you overlap the pictures, they match. It's the weirdest thing, yo.
Yo, you are wild, bro.
Yo, the world's crazy, man. Kavanaugh. You know Kavanaugh's accuser was Kavanaugh in drag. Man, we live in a different world, bro. We really have to understand what they're doing.
Man, listen, I'm not getting into that, bro. And the reason why I'm not getting into it is because I'm gonna keep it real. Some folks that's on the other side of the tracks, because I don't like using the word gay, because people don't know the definitions of gay. So I'm gonna say the people that's on the other side of the tracks, for the people that live the alternative lifestyles, some of them are better than so-called straight folks. So I just treat people like I treat them according to who they are. And if I can't treat you according to who you are, then I'd rather not treat you at all. That's me.
Thanks. But you got to understand the world you're going into. See, these men that are cool, they're the ones who have been molested as children. They're the ones who have been brought into this through Disney and other kind of media that told them it's okay to be homosexual, right? But the ones at the top, they're the ones who are telling you, you want this job, you better bend over. You see what I'm saying? It's different. There's levels to it.
That's weird the way you put that.
Yo, look at T.I., bro.
Nah, you can't do that, but it's one of my homies.
A good one. All right, look at Dwayne Wade, right? Dwayne Wade ain't one of your homies, right?
Nah, I don't know.
Let me make sure first. All right. Dwayne Wade married Gabriel Union. Now, Gabriel Union is turning his son into a girl. But who is Gabriel Union? Why would she want to do that? And then you start looking at Gabriel Union's childhood pictures. And you start seeing this Gabriel Union was playing some serious basketball and some hands like she could play some football. Like, the world's different. Them high cheekbones, this is why they don't tell us nothing about anatomy in school, bro. High belly button. High cheekbones, it's strange, yo. It's rap. These people were raised as girls.
So I got high cheekbones, and I was raised as a guy. I was born as a man.
Amen, bro. And thank your Father that you were allowed to be raised as a man. I think it's about time we start loving ourselves as men and realizing how powerful we are as men and what they're trying to take from us.
Yeah. Pastor talking about devil going to heaven. Heaven. Hold on, because you got hitters, bro. This joint crazy. This joint crazy. And it's weird that I can't find it, and I sent it to myself today. This is weird. But pretty much he was talking about, that the devil goes to heaven all the time. Hold on, let me check YouTube. Maybe it was YouTube. Hold on. Let me check YouTube because I gotta check this out.
All right, no problem, man. Take your time. But I found through apologetics, right? If you're really looking for the word, you gotta deal with like Sam Shamoon, Christian Prince, God Logic, anybody who's actually really at war, reason dances. And I found that the Europeans, when you start listening to them in Speaker's Corner and stuff, you're gonna get a real wealth of information, bro. These people go back to like Josephus. They go back to all the supporting documents for Christianity and Jesus Christ and everything. They be on it, man. Very technical. Y'all send you some links when we get off of here, man.
Yeah, definitely. Send me some joints. Like I say, I would definitely look at it, and I actually break it down. Hold on. I will actually break it down, bro.
See, the thing is, right? Nobody was ready for the internet. So,
Um, I totally I agree, but I disagree. What? I swear I can't find it, man. Jesus Christ. When I find it, I'm gonna post it because I definitely sent it to myself, but I don't know where it was at. I don't know if I was on TikTok or Facebook or what. But pretty much he talks about heaven, and he talks about oh, see, I don't play with stuff like that. Uh and he talks about how God actually allowed the devil into heaven. It's weird. It's weird. But it made sense.
but see, that's the thing about nonsense, right? Sometimes it makes sense. And this is the thing. If the devil could get to heaven, NASA would stop. You see what I'm saying? Where they going? They know they can't go out of space. They know out of space. Why do they keep sending up rockets? You see what I'm saying? I don't think the devil can get out of this dome. Period. I don't think the devil can create nothing except lies and deception. I think it's like the weakest thing to ever follow in my life. When I hear these people who follow the devil, right? They are nuts, bro. They hate themselves. They would hurt themselves. A lot of them commit suicide because the devil hates humans. It's like if we reverse Genesis, right? And then we look into the book of Adam and Eve, we could easily understand. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Why was you going to commit suicide? Myers. Myers.
Yeah, you said what? Yeah, you said why would I commit suicide?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't commit suicide. I was suicidal maybe once or twice in life, but you will find in all these other things like if you're sick, if you're demon possessed, you're gonna call for your own death. If you believe all this crap these people telling you to diminish you as a person, you're gonna call for your own death. But I was suicidal when I was a kid though, like 18 and 19.
But what brought you to that point?
To be honest, I can't remember. I think one time was like an ex or something like that. And it was just like, but then I met a guy who actually really did try to commit suicide. I was locked in a cell in it was supposed to be solitary confinement, but they tried to put me in the 54 ward, right? So I guess I was nuts for a long time. But anyway, they put me inside a ward with this guy who was like Hispanic, and he had cut his wrist because his girlfriend left him. And I was like, yo, why you doing that? Yo, he's like, oh, my girlfriend left me and she went with another guy. Blah. I say, you don't have to be doing that. He had staples all up his arm. And I told myself after that, never again will I ever even think about that.
So what made you actually turn your life around to the point where you realized that was wrong? And the reason why I'm asking you is because your testimony, it can help somebody that's really trying to go, somebody that's probably going through this or contemplating killing themselves.
Well, I realized it for a while. I used to play a lot of music, right? They had this one by Peter Tosh. I can't find no love, no sympathy. What kind of love do they got for me? You know what I'm saying? And then when I looked at all my surroundings, everybody was like criminal, trying to get me into some kind of game, some kind of scam. And I told myself, you know what? I need to just take myself totally out of this situation. That's the only way I got away from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if I stay there, if I stay within that situation and in that environment, I'll probably be dead today. A lot of my old friends are dead, you know? And maybe most likely not by suicide, but I actually have one friend who did commit suicide. And that's because his mother had pushed him to it. He was illiterate. He had stabbed 3 people in his life due to low self-esteem. You know, one guy in the neck, he just kept moving from state to state. And eventually he, I guess because of his prison time, or maybe not, but he had a relationship with his girlfriend that was videotaped and it wasn't the right way. His mother found it and told the whole neighborhood that he was a homosexual. He killed himself. You know?
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. all because he was mishandled.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And nobody took the time to teach him how to read or give him like self-esteem, you know?
Now watch this. If people can mishandle you that way, right? If people if golly, if people can mishandle you that way, right? Just think about how many times a day people are being mishandled just on the strength of ignorance.
There's a fact. And that's why they removed the father from the home. You see, y'all said something very powerful earlier. You said the father lays down the law, the mother then enforces the law, and then the father enforces the law if it has to go a different level, right? Mm-hmm. But also the father is there to counter the mother's anger. You see, because a mother can be filled with anger. Once she has total and complete control over the child, all her anger, all her angst will go towards whatever is subservient to her. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if this is psychological, if it's across the board, but I'm seeing it a lot, you know? And therefore, the young men learn to hate the mother or dislike women as they get older. And the fathers then dislike, I guess, being used or even don't even have a chance to set up their own true family because they're busy paying through the court system for children that should be under their wing that probably may not even respect them when they get older. It's a weird situation, bro.
Facts. So that means what? We got to raise our offspring in a way that we cannot be denied. And the problem is when we do that, the mothers are so brainwashed this day to the point where they feel as though, not all, but some feel as though, oh, you spending more time with our offspring, so that means that he gonna like you more than he gonna like me. That's not true. You know what I mean? There's a lot of parents that want to be in competition, and I don't know why.
I was just talking to another friend, to the same friend of mine, bro. And he had his child, I guess around 25, 26. He had a daughter. The mother then used the daughter throughout his life to like put him in court. She wants to break him up with his girlfriend. Anytime he's going through things good, she's always like intervening, jumping into place, trying to get extra money when she knows that he needs the money to start his own family. What happened eventually was his girlfriend had left, and now he's single. You see what I'm saying? These women use the children as a tool. And because of the fact they have such problem or such angst toward the father, they're taught not to respect the father because their mother's teaching them this. Not only is the mother teaching them this, the TV is teaching them this. The Color Purple teaching them this. William Ticks Hill teaching them this, you know? And now the father is seen as subservient. There's no order. And now we're waiting for the cops to come and take care of these kids and nobody ever told don't do that, you know?
Facts. You're speaking facts. And the thing about it is, huh?
I said, thanks, man. I've been studying, man. Go on, bro.
But I see you've been studying. So now we don't gotta go on Clubhouse tonight because we're doing it all right here. So with that being said, but I'm gonna ask you this: what would be the most self-serving thing that you can say to someone that's contemplating suicide, Midas?
It's just today. Move ASAP. It's just today. And the thing about this is, right, people don't understand America is a construct. You could be in Baltimore one day and see murders, and then you move down to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You could be in Detroit one day, don't have no chance for a job. You go down to Florida. You could be in New York one day and the Hispanics are surrounding you and you think you're going to get violated at any moment. You hop in a Greyhound, you go someplace else, and you organize yourself. You get your skills up. And a lot of the problems that people want to commit suicide because of lack of skill and lack of thinking that tomorrow is going to be better. You know, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. Suicide is a scam. And I'm gonna say that for a fact.
So you said suicide is a scam.
Yeah, it don't help nothing. What does it do? It makes all your family get depressed. It destroys your family. I actually know a guy from Atlanta too, yo. Oh man, I know too many people. Anyway, I know this guy and his wife, they were homeless. They used to be outside of Lenox Mall all the time. So I used to give them a little cash, you know what I'm saying, help them on their way. So what they told me one day how they ended up homeless. Their son came back from the Gulf War, went nuts, set himself on fire or something, he killed himself. And then they ended up homeless because they couldn't deal with the loss of their son. And he didn't set himself on fire. Somebody had tried to set the father on fire when he was homeless. He said they threw kerosene on me and everything. He had to run for his life. So how does the man who suffered through that post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever, from the Gulf War, how did that help him and his family to kill himself? It just destroys everything around. It's like a cancer, y'all.
Wow. Wow.
And you ever think about it? The people who don't commit suicide are like some of the meanest people out there in the world. You're like, isn't somebody going to kill you? They never go. They always did. But the nicest person, you know?
Facts. So before we get out of here, man, go ahead and drop your last words of comments.
Yo, free R. Kelly. God bless you, Dana. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the great work. And I'm seeing what you're doing. I see how you've been growing over the years. Just keep it up, bro. Just keep it up. And always find the truth. But at some point in time, if you want to be mayor of Baltimore, you got to understand Babylon. You must understand Babylon. Respect, brother.
You want me to tell you why I can't understand Babylon? And because even though I know it, I will never respect it because I walk in the truth. And walking in the truth, you got to understand that God is going to be with you always. So nothing's going to happen to me that he wouldn't have already ordained.
But see, that's predetermination. You have free will. So there are times when some things wouldn't even seem like a test to you. And they would be a test. We're dealing in a totally different world, bro. Where, let's say, if you believe dinosaurs were real and the world is 7 million years old, takes you away from the creator. And there's a message that you can use to free your people in the future. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't understand Babylon, you don't understand how they create lies, then you don't know how to free your people. It's just the rules that we're in right now.
So, see, you taking me away from where I want to go. But I understand what you're saying. Because, see, I can definitely go there. But that's not where I want to go tonight because it's the church channel. But tomorrow, join me on Rumble and we can go there. We definitely can go there. We definitely can take that ride. Because there's some things that I want to talk about anyway. So, bro, I thank you for coming to join. I'm about to get up off of here. God is good. God is faithful. God is everlasting. Hold on, because one of my favorites hit me. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. That's if she answered. Hold on.
All right, Danny, you have a good night, man.
All right,
Respect,
bro. You too. Respect. Respect. All right.
God bless.
Cool. So, and we had a good time tonight. And we had a good time tonight. I thank everybody for joining. We're going to be back next Monday. Another topic. Y'all go ahead and send me some topics that y'all want me to talk about. Don't make me come up with everything because I want to hear what y'all got to say. But until next time, I thank y'all for joining me. And remember, I am not a pastor. I just like to talk about pastoral things and things of the church. I am a Levite, so I like to talk about things that concerns the church. All right, y'all hit me back. Love every last one of y'all. And remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Elephants don't swat flies, and jets fly over turbulence. Until next time, Dana J and Nate from Church Boy Chronicles. We signing out. Peace.
Everybody clap those hands, yeah. Everybody clap, yeah. Everybody clap those hands. Ooh, yeah. Everybody clap those hands. Yeah. Everybody clap, yeah. Everybody clap those hands. La, 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 la. Sing a happy song. La, 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 la. Singing all day long, yeah. La, 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 la. Sing a happy song. La, 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 la. Ooh, la, la, la. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. La, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sing a happy song. Yeah. Ooh. La, 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 la. Yeah. Sing a happy song. Yeah, trouble on every hand, yeah. Trying to look ahead, yeah. Pressing my way through, yeah. Till it brings me through, yeah. Yeah, trouble on every hand. Trying to look ahead, yeah. Praising my way through, yeah, yeah. Till it brings me through, yeah. Everybody clap those hands. Hey, I will bless the Lord at all times. And his praises shall continuously be in the mouth. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Yeah. Sing a happy song. 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 Yeah. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. You wanna lift your voice. Sing a happy song. Sing a little louder. Sing a little louder. Shout a little harder. Shout a little harder. Jump a little higher. Jump a little higher. Yeah. Yeah. Sing a little louder. Shout a little harder. Jump a little higher. Yeah. Sing a happy song. Yeah. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Ooh, yeah. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing. Sing a happy Lord say so. Hey, oh yeah, yeah. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it. Oh, and they can't take it away. Yeah.